All right, welcome in. How's everybody doing? We're back with a little FPL Power 5. Power 5. Here we go. Hey, I'm gonna do something. So I want to go over, like a fair amount of different YouTube content makers for FPL. There's a lot of talk about the template, right? Like what the template is, and today that's what I want to talk about. So we're gonna do the FPL Power 5 top 5 things why Salah, Haaland, Cancelo, and Trent as your core might be hurting your FPL team. We're just going to jump right in and we're going to go into this. We're going to hit you with a little bit of math. Mathematics, aka maths and sciences. The maths. I kind of believe in life in general, not to pick on anybody, but a fair amount of people, they really, really dislike two things: maths and honesty. But we're going to focus on the math today. The latter is secondary. So Salah, Haaland, Cancelo, TAA. There is absolutely no doubt. We'll move Haaland out of that for a second. There's absolutely no doubt that the other three are the three potentially best scoring players available. They're also the three highest valued players in FPL or price players in FPL at their positions. Makes sense with Salah. He's been a monster for season after season. Same thing with Trent and Cancelo. Then you throw in Haaland. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because most people have those four as a core. So at 13 for Salah, 11.5 for Haaland, 7.5 for Trent, and 7 for Cancelo, just so you know, that's 39 million. Let's just round it up. That's 40% of your entire budget, leaving 60% for your 11 remaining players, essentially at 5.5 each. Now, let's say you went ahead and you grabbed Jesus, which is fine because he's great. He's an 8.0, or one 8-point midfielder. Whether it's Madison, Mount, right, Kulusevski, Diaz. And then you probably didn't just go with Trent. You might have, Trent, Cancelo. Oh, well, you might have Trent and Cancelo. You probably had one other high-end defender. And if it's a 6.0 defender, and then, like I said, one 8.0 player, that's another 14, right? So you're up to 56 remaining. Excuse me. It leaves you, because that's 53 million of your budget. So now you have 47 million left for 9 players. It's basically 5.2 or 5, right? As soon as you put in a 5.5 or a 6.0 Martinelli, you have almost 8 or 9 slots, 7 or 8, 9 slots where you have about 5 to 5.3 per player. Now, you get that 4.0 goalkeeper, one 4.0 defender. I get it. But here's what I'm looking at. If those are going to be your core four, and whether Haaland's Kane or something or whatever, or if Cancelo is Robertson, if you have Salah, Haaland, TAA, and Cancelo, I don't think you're going to have a consistent output. Now, you're probably going to captain one of those players, which is fine. But what I believe is that you're now putting the pressure on those 4 players in your team. Every single one of them has to return. Now, for the defenders, it's probably just a clean sheet return. You can probably get away with just that. But that means both of them have to get a clean sheet each week, or they both have to get an attacking return each week. Now, with Cancelo, he does seem to pick up BPS and bonus points real quick, but with the way Haaland's starting out and KDB's looking and Foden might get going, that could change quickly. Salah's going to have a little bit of a fight, obviously with Trent and Robo, right, for bonus, but we all know he's great for it. But I believe what you're saying there is with those 4 players, week in and week out, you pretty much have to get almost a double-digit haul. Now, we'll call it 8, but for those price tags, I mean, if they all got a double-digit haul, so they all got 10, that's only 40 points. I mean, then you're looking at Pereira, Neto. I'll give you Martinelli and Jesus if you've got them. A Patterson or maybe a Ben White, a Gabriel. Like none of these guys are booking you in 5 to 7 points. You might get appearance points at best. So if your core is giving you 40, and that's if they all get double digits, and that means every week. And the rest of you, what? So your other 10 guys, well, not 10 guys, but the rest of your starting 6 players, I mean, they got a lot of work to do there, right? Because therefore, one, two, three, well, six, so seven, and your keeper, right? So seven, so your remaining seven guys have to do what? If they get five each, well, you'd be at no. If they got four each, so you're at 68. I mean, but again, like it's not going to work out because you can't because they're not going to. The rest of the guys are probably going to get you a total of 20 at best, right? So that's if everyone else went off, and then those guys get you, you're at 60. Okay, so and if your captain did well, fine, maybe you're at 60, 65, maybe 70, but that's every single week, right? So then knock off the hand, more than a handful of weeks to half the time where those guys blank. Okay, you're down to 45 points every week. It is my belief you cannot have a strong FPL season in the 22-23 season if you have Haaland / Kane, Salah, TAA, or Cancelo. Basically, I'm saying you cannot eat 40% of your budget up with just four guys and expect them to return every. Like, let's already look at this last week. Trent, 1 or 2 points against Chelsea, or excuse me, 1 or 2 points against Palace. Salah, blanked. Salah, blanked. Okay, Cancelo got you 11. You probably didn't captain him. Haaland got you 5. 10 if you captain him. So regardless if you captained Haaland, Salah, or if you got crazy and did Cancelo or TAA. So we'll just stick. It seemed like a lot of people did Haaland. So there's 10. Trent or 10, and then Cancelo 11. There's 21. Trent and Salah. So what, you got 24, 25 points out of those four dudes. So for you to have a decent week, you need to get in the 60s. You need 40 points. All right, I'll give you Jesus. Say you had him in there. So 25, 24, 34. So you're around 44, right? And I mean, that's Jesus going nuts. And everybody has Jesus, so it doesn't really matter. But those guys gave you 20 to 25 points. I mean, what? Neto's not doing anything. Bailey not doing anything. Perisek and Darty not doing anything. Chilwell not doing anything. Robertson not doing anything. Mount not doing anything. Diaz finally got a goal. I don't mean finally, but Diaz got a goal. Okay, I'll give you that. Bowen not really doing anything. He's in the 8.5. Madison got a goal. Not a lot of people are on Madison. So I'm saying that you need to probably, I'm going to say it. You keep Cancelo over Trent for the 0.5. I don't have Salah. I don't have Trent. I've been getting some feedback. Put up your team sheet, dude. Okay, I will. And I've mentioned this before. So my first week I went Vardy, Kane, Jesus. Didn't really work with Vardy, so I got rid of him. Now I'm Haaland, Kane, Jesus to go with Mount, Kulusevski, Madison. Got Robertson, Trippier. I have Doherty and Castagna, but I might be making Doherty Perisic because Perisik's at 5.4. I say he's a buy big time. I'll go over that, but I'm telling you guys, I think you can only pick two, and if one of them's Salah, I believe he's got to give you a goal a week. You've got to, at 13, I believe you must get 7 or 8 regular points, and if you get any bonus, great. But at a baseline, even with bonus, you've got to get 8 points every week. I think that 13. I think 12.5 is as high as it should ever go. Otherwise, you're reaching the point where that player almost becomes unusable. Even we're talking about the best player in the game. If you're going to go with another premium with him, or if you're going to go with him and Trent, I don't think you can go Haaland or Kane. I think you then got to get on Jesus, Darwin. You're probably on Jesus. Darwin, red card now. But so my top 5 reasons why this can't work is you can't just have 60% left over for 11 players. That's number 5. Number 4, basically flip of that is you can't spend 40% of your budget on 4 players. Number 3, because it leaves 5.5 for all your remaining players. Number 2, you are asking a lot of your captain every week. It basically means you've got to nail your captain, switching between your 2 premiums, maybe, or if you're going to try Jesus, but you're probably not going to get cute with Neto or Bailey or Pereira, maybe Martinelli, but I still doubt it. I think it puts you on Salah, Permalock, or Permacaptain. And then the number 1 reason is you just can't rely on a return every week from all 4 players. Plus, sometimes they're going to miss games. Sometimes they're going to get rested. So my advice, pick 2. But I know a lot of people without Salah, and they're holding their own. It gives you a lot more money to spread around. And I'm not saying like, oh, just go to Son or KDB. I'm saying really look at those 8.0s. Maybe go huge at the back. But I know that's blasphemous with Salah being the greatest FPL player probably ever. And that's fine. I understand that. But I would say take a hard, long look at that template. If you hate math and you hate numbers, right? Because I understand you can torture numbers and they'll tell you anything. But they're telling me that you cannot spend 40% of your budget on 4 players and expect each one of them to give you a 5, 6, 7 point return every single week. It's not going to happen. Just some of my thoughts. Hope you liked it. We'll talk soon.